One more time. Take 3. Hey everybody, welcome back to this random journey. Today we're going to be going into the kitchen to make some dark chocolate peanut butter cups. If you're new here, I want to say hi, welcome. My name's Amanda and I'm so excited that you've decided to join us today. If you'd like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all our new videos. This week we've been talking about family traditions and today is not going to be any different. Today we're going to be talking about one more of our family traditions that we do every single year. Every year we go to my aunt's house and we make up a whole bunch of sweet treats and candies. And we have such a great time doing it. The thing I love the most about going to my aunt's house and making treats and candies is not the treats and candies. I absolutely love being able to be around my family and to be able to fellowship and just be able to talk and have good laughs and have a lot of fun. The sweet treats that we make at my aunt's house usually get passed out to friends and neighbors, and we don't typically eat a lot of it because we don't like having all of that sugary food going into our bodies since we already have a ton of sugary foods going into our bodies at this time of year. But we do love being able to pass it out to our neighbor and to some of our friends. We have such a good time every single year whenever we get together, and it is truly a blessing to have a family to be able to make sweet treats with, and I won't ever take that for granted. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to cooking these dark chocolate peanut butter cups. Okay, let's gather our ingredients. You're going to need coconut oil, cocoa powder, honey, and if yours is crystallized like mine was, go ahead and heat it up on the stove. It doesn't have to be completely decrystallized, but you want it to be pourable. And then creamy peanut butter, and I get the store-bought creamy peanut butter. I don't use my homemade peanut butter just because I like the texture of the creamy peanut butter from the store in this recipe better. And that is all of the ingredients that you will need. So the first ingredient is your coconut oil, and if you notice, I don't pack the coconut oil, I just scoop it into the cup. Okay, so that was 1 cup of coconut oil, and then 3/4 a cup of your honey. So get it all out of there. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna warm this up. So turn on your heat to medium and let that warm up. Okay, at this point we're going to go ahead and turn the heat off. I'm going to give it a quick stir to just melt those last little bit of oil. Okay, and now we're going to add in our 1 cup of sifted cocoa powder. So I did put that through a sieve as we were melting that. Alright, we now have a chocolate syrup, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this off the heat and begin to assemble our chocolate. Okay, a few things that you might want to have in order to assemble this is some chocolate candy molds. I got these ones at Walmart, and I have 3 of them. A couple little baby spoons. I use this for the peanut butter to just get it smooth and into the little spots. And then a ladle or just a big spoon to put the chocolate actually into the molds. And then I like to put these molds onto a tray that can fit into my freezer. So I just line them like this. And that way they're easier to pack because these are kind of flimsy. If you don't have something like this, you could also use something like this. It's an ice cube tray that has like a silicone bottom, so you can pop the cubes out. So you could use something like this if you're not worried about aesthetic. Because it's like for Christmas, I'm going to use these nicer ones just for a nicer aesthetic. Let's go ahead and start assembling. So the chocolate has been off the burner for just a few minutes, and I'm going to give it a nice stir before we begin our process, just to make sure nothing is settling to the bottom. And I'm going to begin by just putting a little bit of the chocolate mixture into each mold. Just a little bit, don't fill it up. So now it is time to put in our peanut butter. So we're going to grab our 2 little spoons. And let me see if I can just get this in here where you guys can see what's going on. So I'm just going to scoop, and I'm going to kind of eyeball. So like these circle ones are a little bit smaller than the rectangle ones. So I'll start with the rectangle one. So we'll need quite a bit of little peanut butter. And then I'm just going to kind of round this on the spoon, and then I'm going to scoop it and kind of push it off. I'm try to make it my kids are outside playing. I'm going to try to make it fit into this mold so that when it's done it hopefully won't stick out, even though sometimes they do, but I don't really care. And I'm just going to continue to do this for each one of these until they're all filled. Alright, that's one down. I'm going to go ahead and finish the other 2, and then I will bring you back. Alright, we're going to go ahead and now put a layer of chocolate over the top. I actually started making these because my dad went off of sugar, and I looked for a recipe that I could make for him, because I didn't want him to feel like left out when we were eating sweets and stuff. So that's why I have this recipe. It's for my dad. Alright, that's the perfect amount, and now we're going to go ahead and put these into the freezer. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time. And now we wait for the furnace to turn off, and we drink some coffee. I need that. Good stuff. Coffee is.